here's where the tutorial starts going to crap. Hello again everyone, today we are doing our second decades look. So last time I did the 1920s. I will link that down below if you haven't seen it yet. I definitely recommend watching it. Honestly, I bitched him on the whole time because I felt ugly, but it wasn't really ugly, it was just different, you know, like I'd never seen myself in that kind of like makeup style, and it was very, very different. The hair was different, the eyebrows, like everything about it was crazy. So not just different. You guys literally gave me the best feedback on that video though. I'm so excited to continue this series for you. I'm just going to go in order all the way up to like 2000, 2010 or something like that. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Today I'm actually going to start with my makeup and do my hair last. I found a really cool tutorial online which I will link below for my hair. So we'll try that at the end. I'm really nervous to give it a go, to be honest, but hopefully we can pull it off. 1930s. So the 1930s were a little bit softer than the 1920s. A little bit more romantic and feminine kind of style of makeup. Hollywood actresses were getting really popular. People really were trying to like, you know, achieve their looks in real life. So softer eye makeup, especially during the day. In the evening, I know they wore like some colored eyeshadows, like some greens and blues and colors like that. But the dark black eyeliner and everything was kind of reduced, and it was a much more soft look, more like brown eye pencil and cream eyeshadows apparently as well from Max Factor. Being researching all morning, also I just spilled water all over my titties, so hopefully that dries soon. Lipsticks were way more popular. They had a lot more colors to choose from as well. I'll talk you through everything as I go according to my research, and once again a disclaimer, this is not necessarily historically accurate. I'm obviously doing it my way, I'm having fun with it and just chilling. So if you want something super historically correct, then this may not be it, but this is hopefully entertaining, okay? So we're going to start with the eyebrows. Now last time I blanked them out. This time I'm going to see if I can just create the eyebrows using my own as a base. So basically 1930s eyebrows were still very, very thin. They were plucked within like an inch of their life and then drawn on with eyebrow pencil, really thin, with like an arch. So I'm not gonna pluck mine today, but we'll try to like just conceal them a bit thinner and just do a really arched shape, because I already have quite arched eyebrows naturally, so it's kind of like what we want. And I'll pop up pictures as I go as always as well, just as reference if you're interested to see. My outfit today as well, like I tried to be inspired by 1930s. They like to do shoulder pads and like blazer style outfits, and yeah, just like anything with like stuffing, geometric shapes, like art deco shapes. So I've done this like bodysuit thing with shoulder pads today and some like round earrings. I think they liked pearls perhaps. So I'm gonna go around my eyebrows as normal, except I'm gonna try and like just round them off and thin them out a little bit. So I'm literally like going over top. I have no idea how like successful this is gonna be. It's kind of working. There we go. Thin eyebrows. Oh my god, it looks so weird. Honestly, every time I do thin eyebrows, I swear like my whole head just grows. Everything just looks larger. I'm like, okay, thanks. Not the look I'm going for, but we're gonna do the same thing on this eyebrow. So I'm kind of starting in a normal spot and then just like thinning them out from underneath, and then thin them out a little bit off the top too. I'm using my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Far out, this is such a weird thing to do. Like, oh, thank god I was not allowed to pluck my eyebrows in the 90s. I feel like when we get to the 90s it's gonna come like full circle and we're gonna have to do this again, because I mean, this is what my mum's eyebrows looked like, bless her. Okay, done. Let's do our foundation next. So for foundation or like skin complexion, a very matte, powdery kind of look was in, especially with like a hint of pink. So I mean, not on me, not on me. I mean, that's just not my natural undertone, so if I put that on my face, it looks weird, okay? If you've got naturally pink undertones, like good. There you go, you're sorted, but I don't. We're gonna use some matte foundation and follow with some powder. So I'm using Fair 25, the Colourpop No Filter foundation, just to give that super matte finish. I am so much more excited for this look than the 20s look. I feel like the 20s look was like very theatrical, very expressive, but not like my vibe, like the lip shape, the eyebrow shape. This eyebrow shape is thin and strange, but like at least it's not like exaggerated as much. The lip shape is a little bit different, which I think I will prefer. We'll get to that later. Just overall, I feel like it's a little bit of a softer generation, or like decade. There we go, decade. I'm pretty sure, wasn't this when the depression was, the Great Depression? Let me Google. I remember reading something about how people didn't have as much time or money for makeup, so it kind of reflected in a softer look as well, like a more natural look. I did start my routine this morning with a facial oil, so the foundation is going on a little bit glowier, but will mattify some more with powder afterwards. Now I'm just taking my concealer and I am using this on my sponge just to correct any marks and redness I have, just adding a little bit more coverage really, and going over all these breakouts I have. And we will also put this under the eye. This concealer is so good for under the eyes. Look at that difference. And like on top, watch this, just like such good coverage. I love this. And now I'm popping over my face with a powder foundation. This is in the shade N10 by Cover FX. I think this might be discontinued, guys. They only had like limited shades left when I linked it the other day. Interesting. So I'm literally just gonna pop that on all over my skin on top. I think a lot of people back then just wore like powder instead of liquid foundation. I don't know if liquid foundation was around yet. Does anyone know? I couldn't find much information about that. I'm going on top of my eyebrows too, because we are going to follow with brow pencil. I think Maybelline was a thing in the 30s. Max Factor. They were doing lipsticks and eyeshadows and things like that, and cake mascara rather than like a liquid mascara. Now we're looking powdery as a mofo. We don't even get to bronze or contour. My face looks like a round spud, but we do blush in a bit. Let's do the brows first. So we're just going to take a brow pencil and just fill in the brows. So first I'm just going to, because all my eyebrows are out of place now, I'm just going to brush all of my brow hairs into the center. I'm just going to go over with a little bit more concealer, just to try and flatten all those hairs down there, like I don't really want to be visible. And then I'm using my Nabla Mercury brow pencil. I'm just going to strengthen the brow right in the middle, kind of like where I want it to be most visible. Now if you're doing this look for like a costume makeup or something, you probably will want to like glue down your brows and do the whole process like I did in my last video. Because yeah, mine is starting to pop through now. Damn. I might have to go in with more concealer soon, but let's just see how it looks. So yeah, apparently cream eyeshadows were like a thing as well, or eyeshadow with Vaseline on top. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Painterly, brand new, damn, mixed with this pink. It's called Nibiru Pink by Shiseido. A very soft color. We're doing more of like the daytime look. I'm gonna use a brush because it's way easier to apply. And they said it went in like a pear shape. I don't really know what that means, like pear-shaped eye makeup. I'm assuming it means like out a little, you know, like all over the lid and then maybe out a little. That's what a pear shape to me would be, I guess, but I don't really know. Now to set that, I'm just going to take a little bit of this vanilla shade with the round eye brush I used before, and this is just like gonna look really nice on top. It's gonna neutralize it a little bit, but it does have that kind of undertone as well. It just goes perfectly with the pinkier look. Honestly, this eyebrow looks so trash. Now I wish I friggin' concealed them. Oh well, lesson learned for next time. It started off okay, but it's like the product kind of like melted into my eyebrows and now it's just like leaking everywhere, and the eyebrows just, it's just not it. Also, this lighting though, I'm gonna have to go and put down my window or curtain and block the sun, because look at this, like, cool. So for the glossy Hollywood effect, follow up with Vaseline. It leaves a lovely sheen. Okay, I can't even get my nails in there because my nails are too long. So when you use a little eyeshadow applicator thing, just take a little bit of this and just apply that over the eyelid. Now this is something that I guess was good back then because it's what they had, but like these days, you know, it does remove product and makes everything move around. So if you were to do this just on a normal day, like you might find your eyeshadow will smudge, your mascara might smudge. It's just not as like practical, so it's not really something I would do now. That just gives a little bit of a sheen. So to define the eye, we're going to use a light kind of brownish pencil. So this one here is called Overboard by Colourpop. This is the one I have, and I'm going to smudge this into the lash line. No wing or anything. I'm just going to use like my fingertip to kind of smudge it in a little. Some people look like they did wing it out a little tiny bit. Just using this little brush that's on this applicator. Just softening. Nice and soft like that. And it did look like they had quite a few false lashes. Like I said, in the 20s they used to like almost glue the eyelashes up. There were some false lashes. That kind of almost like doe-eyed effect looked like it was really popular in Hollywood. Like lashes, but really focusing on the outer corners. So what I might do is do mascara and then maybe just some little accent lashes on the edges just to kind of like get that vibe. Don't think this is like historically correct, but I think it'll look right, you know? So for mascara, let's do the Wonderlights Volume by Rimmel. I think I've almost finished this up. Ow, I stabbed myself. Oh, here we go. Here's where the tutorial starts going to crap. Oh no, I'm gonna let that dry and hopefully it'll come off nice and easily. A lot of the actresses' photos I'm looking at, they had a very like bare lower lash line or just a little bit of mascara, so we might just do a little bit of mascara, especially now that I've smudged all of that down there. Does say like lighter bottom mascara and heavier top mascara. You know, like in the 1920s with silent films and everything, the eyes told a story, and like Hollywood makeup and everything, they needed to really be able to act through their expression. So that's still like, you know, accurate for the 1930s as well with Hollywood actresses. They needed their eyes to be very expressionate, the eyebrows to still be expressionate, but it's just not as much, you know. It's a little bit softer. I'm getting mascara everywhere, all over the friggin' Vaseline. For the lashes, I'm going to use the Stunner. So these are like a demi lash, like a half lash. They're going to accentuate the outer corner and just get that like flirty, full lash effect on the top lash line. So a little bit less like long and intense as the 20s era. It's a little bit more soft, but still like dramatic in between. All right, so I'm just applying one side so you can kind of see what I mean. This is something I love to do, like these days, because it creates that almost like foxy eye kind of trend that we see a lot where your eyes are a little bit more elongated, really brightens your eyes. And these lashes are way more comfortable than just wearing like a full lash strip, because they are just on one side. They don't tend to like irritate your eye as much as a full lash does. So just applying that. Now I'm going to let those dry. I'm just going to wipe away all of this friggin' mess off of my eye. Honestly, these stupid eyebrows. I actually found this really cool little like, I guess, not diagram, but kind of, it's like a little makeup chart. Someone on a blog, I'll try to find the blog and link it below. I found this on Pinterest. They found a retro kind of like 1930s instruction manual on like beauty and makeup. And it said here like how to match your colors to your clothing. It said to choose certain colors for your eyes, which I have not done. But pinks were apparently popular, so that's why I've done that. Choose your rouge and lipstick, so blush and lipstick, according to basic costume colors. So I'm wearing green, so red, coral rouge and lipstick. I think they used to use lipstick on their cheeks as well, but we'll just do a different product for both. So red coral, I feel like this color will be bomb. Like this reddish coral color. Like I said at the start, like this is when there were a lot more lip colors kind of available. Like most of them were still very bright and bold and like red tones and things, but yeah, there was a bit more diversity in the 30s for lips, and the lips were less small, you know, in the 20s. Like that really threw me off. So for the 30s there was less emphasis on that Cupid's bow now, and there was an emphasis on just like the perfect size lips, so not too big and not too small apparently. So if you have really small lips, they were saying overline. They said if you've got big lips, underline, kind of like the 20s. Yeah, you want something kind of in between, and they did line to like the outer corners now. So yeah, there was a bit of a shift in the lipstick, thank goodness, because I cannot handle the 1920s lip. That really just set off my potato face. I'm going to use Ainsley Lip Pencil by XO Beauty just to line. Pretty much almost doing just my normal lip shape, except I'm not gonna overline my bottom lip like I normally do. I'm gonna slightly overline the top and then normal on the bottom, just to give that kind of medium sized lip and not make them look too much bigger. A little bit thinner at the outer corner. Usually I make mine quite thick. I can just use my little brush to fix any mistakes. So something like that kind of shape, almost my normal shape, but yeah, the bottom lip's a little bit different. And then we're going to put on Blossom by Mallow, which is this like, is it right? I don't know. We'll try it on. Like a red, corally red. So a little bit orange, you know? I think that's pretty spot on. They say that your lipstick must give your lips luster. Like they were more about like that creamy finish. I think glosses were invented or like mainstream by like the end of the 30s by Max Factor. That's what I read. And then applying a little bit of lip oil. This one is by Clarins. Lip Comfort Oil, just a little bit to create that luster finish. I feel like the Cupid's bow was still accentuated even though it said it wasn't. But like it was like a longer Cupid's bow. My lip shape is not suited for that at all. Like I don't even know how I would get away with doing that. You can see these photos, like honestly, like how do I do that? Like in here. That's about as close as I can get with my lip shape. It's kind of difficult. This is the part that's gonna set me off and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, I hate it. But the blush, now they loved a heart-shaped face, so very heart-shaped blush was used to achieve that. This is Tipsy by Tarte and I chose this one because it's kind of a similar undertone to the lipstick. So I'm going to be applying this kind of like under my eyes to create that kind of like rounder face effect, then sweeping it up toward my cheekbone. So this is used to obviously bring color into the complexion and just give that really youthful, flushed appearance. And I really wish my eyebrows came out better. This whole look would just look so much more accurate. Honestly, thank you for your amazing feedback on the 20s look. I honestly was so worried about uploading it. I was like, I'm gonna do it because people always love me struggling like in videos. And I was like, oh, people are probably gonna rip into it and be like, yeah, this is ugly, just stop. But everyone's like, please do another one. So here we are. Making sure this is really well blended into the skin. It should look seamless and soft, but still bold, if that makes sense. Like you should still be able to see that color really easily, but it should look like it's just part of your natural skin. And that is the makeup pretty much. Now for the hair. So I found this tutorial by Vintage Tips and Tricks with Miss B Townsend. I'll put her video down below. It's called 1930s Finger Wave and Kiss Curl Hairstyle with no heat, no curls and no set. I thought it would be good because she's got quite long hair too and I do. Look at this. So the hairstyles compared to the 20s were definitely the hair was a little bit longer and softer and then super short and cropped, but still like, you know, bobs were in, finger curls, like ring little pin curls and things like that. It was just getting a little bit longer often, not like this long though. Alright, so I've brushed my hair and then we need hairspray and a fine tooth comb. I'm just going to part my hair properly through the center. You could do the side if you wanted, and you will need a lot of bobby pins. So basically what she does is she takes this front section and she goes like back off the face and then kind of like down. So back and down. I've never done this before, so this is probably going to be terrible. And then fixing it with a bobby pin. This is not going to be perfect, you guys. You have to excuse me. This is so much harder than this chick made it look. And then she went back up. This is so hard. How do people do hair? It was bent around like this. Except I feel like I need 8 more hands. How do people, I don't know, because then you're supposed to do this like little dimple thing as well. I mean, we're just gonna have to do it our way. Let's just go like this and pin around like this somehow. We're supposed to spray them in place and then we're supposed to take out the bobby pins. So whew, not looking good so far. And then she has these little fringe bits that like curl. Do you know the worst part about this is I don't even have like proper hairspray. And then the rest of the hair just kind of like went under into this like underneath thing. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Hopefully it works out better than this side. Okay, I'm just like pinning my hair up over here just to try and like accentuate those curls before I actually like pin there or like glue them down, you know what I mean, like spray them down. Wow, interesting. Okay, everything is just slipping, but that's what we've kind of done. I could have definitely, you know, probably done a better job with some practice, but for my first time, you know what, like hopefully it's passable. Ooh. Hairspray that I have, it's this Kevin Murphy Do-Over Dry Powder Finishing Hairspray. Apparently we need to use a shit ton to stick the hair down into place. More bobby pins incoming. Now it's the moment of truth with these front parts, so I'm just going to start at the top. Oh my god, my hair is crunchy. Probably should have smoothed it because now I've got all these friggin' flyaways. It's holding the shape well, but yeah, I didn't smooth my hair enough. Oh my god, look at that. Looks like I got friggin' something about Mary. Terrible, 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 terrible. That is my soft and romantic 1930s daytime look. Very, very different to the 1920s. If the eyebrows were done better, honestly, this could have looked pretty bang on. I've just fixed up the lips again. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think I look vintage? I feel like if you just smacked on a black and white filter, it'd look pretty good. Oh my god, now my lashes are falling off. I think it's the Vaseline on my eyelid. The glue's not sticking to the Vaseline, so it's a bit of a fail. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this little journey. I don't even know. What is the 1940s like? How did I do? I don't know. I feel like on this angle it's better because my lips don't look all like shiny. Like when my lips are shiny you can see where I've overdrawn them, but if I go on this angle it's kind of okay. Soft, thin eyebrows, bold lips. If you enjoyed it, please thumbs up. Let me know what you think I should do for 1940s and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!